maintenance? Like, what would you say is the biggest issue with long hair?
I autism.
Oh,
I hate it touching the back of my neck.
fair
Yeah,
enough, fair enough.
it touches the back of my neck, and if you'll see, like my hair is always up and like off my neck because I can't stand it.
Ah, okay. All right. So, what was the first ever cosplay you did? Halloween doesn't
Link
count.
from Twilight Princess.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
Really, Link? Really? Okay, when
Yeah.
was that?
2011 at Tokyo and Tulsa. I was 18.
Okay, what was the inspiration for that? Like, did you say like I gotta go here, I gotta dress up like why Link?
Uh, my friend at the time, well, he was dressing up as Ichigo from Bleach, and I was trying to think of like an easy cosplay that was about a
Hmm.
character that if someone quiz, because that was back in 2011, people were doing that thing where they're like, "Are you a real nerd? Are you really?" And so they would like quiz
Everybody
you
knew
about
Harley
whatever you were.
Quinn.
Yes, yeah, and well, like that, and just like everyone would like quiz you about your character to make sure you were a real fan. And so I wanted to make
Ah,
sure that I had a character, hi baby girl, that I could actually answer questions about. And I was a big Zelda fan. I grew up with Zelda, so I was like, sure, we'll do Link, so no one can say that I'm a fake fan.
okay. So I'm glad you mentioned that because that's one of the questions. So I'll go ahead and segue into it. You've now been into the nerd community, so to speak, at an interesting time where it's now mainstream to be a nerd. It's now the popular thing. If you are like big into like some kind of niche thing, like that's the big thing. Like before when I was in high school and like, like before even 18, I would get bullied for Naruto running in the hallways. Now it's a trend. Like there were so many other things. Like what is what does it feel like seeing where anime was nobody cared about it or gaming where nobody cared about it and you would get bullied from it to now it's the big thing that you have to do in order to be like cool.
I I I love it. I think that it's Karma, can you stop? Can you stop? Karma hates it when I talk.
Aww.
Yeah, this is my dog. She does
I
not
know.
like it when I talk, and so she wants to go outside, but it'll be a second. Um, but
She likes it when you're
I was
quiet,
I
like just shut up.
she yes. Well, the funny thing is I never stop talking, so she's constantly miserable.
Why
This
you
is a joke.
stop?
It's a this is an inside joke. Sorry, she's just a baby, and she's not getting the attention, so she's jealous of whoever I'm talking
Oh,
to. Yeah, that's all that's happening. But I like to say it's because she doesn't like me talking. Can you go sit down? Can you go lay down? Go on. That's gross. Okay.
pupper tax.
Um,
Ah, nice.
Pupper attack. Yes, yes. But I like it. I absolutely because it also makes just explaining my life so much easier to my brother, to my mom, to my like grandma, and they're like, "What's this nerd shit you're doing?" And I'm like, "Do you know who Jessica Negri is?" And then they'll be like, "No." I was like, "That girl who did the Pikachu cosplay," and they're like, "Yeah," and like it's kind of like that. So it makes my life easier just to be able to be like, "Hey, it's this," and so I enjoy it. I understand there's drawbacks to it because no one likes normies in their space, but I stay
Yeah.
cringe, so I don't care.
I think the first ever cos like the one that like made me really I think I saw this on it was either like somebody reposted it on Twitter or something. But you did one of the characters from Ruby. I saw that cosplay and
Yeah!
I was like, oh, she's
Yay!
pretty cool. I wonder like where's this cosplay from? And then I saw your Instagram first before I saw your TikTok. So I think it was due to that
Really? That's
cosplay.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
At
really
that time,
cool.
did you like when did you become an internet sensation, I guess would be the word. When did people like say we want to follow her?
I feel like I really popped off in like 2020.
Ah,
Uh
COVID.
I yes, COVID. COVID was my era. Honestly, it was I like right at the end of COVID. I cosplayed a lot of Ruby. There was like a very large group of us doing just a bunch of like like do when duetting was a big thing. I feel like duetting's not as big anymore, but I we were all do
Yeah.
like all the cosplayers would duetting each other. And I was indoctrinated with yes, a lot of people followed me because of the Yang cosplay, and then I actually became a lot of really good friends with local Ruby cosplayers here in Rooster Teeth, and
Okay.
that has been just a joy. So yeah, but Yang's my
Oh,
girl. Yang's my fucking girl.
I'm glad you brought up Rooster Teeth. So when did you become a part of Rooster
Yeah.
Teeth?
I'm not part of the Rooster Teeth collective at all. I'm just a big fan. Just a big fan.
Okay, but when like no, I'm saying when did you become a fan of Roosters? Not yeah.
Shit. I Ruby is how I found Rooster Teeth because I think it
Right.
was Artemis. I think Artemis had told me, "Hey, you should check out the Red trailer," and I was like, "Okay, sure."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, they're gonna make this into a real anime." And I was like, "Sure they are, bud. I've never heard of a YouTube channel making anything
Yeah.
besides shitty videos on the internet." Okay, bud. And then the white trailer dropped, and then the black trailer dropped, and then the yellow trailer dropped, and I was like, all right, I'm vested.
Yeah.
I'm in. I was like up until the yellow trailer. I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this. I don't know. This
Aw.
seems really cool, but I doubt it'll ever get made. And then my girl dropped, and I was like, that's my bitch. This person's about to become my entire personality. And then she did. And then because I found them, I started watching Red versus Blue, and
Mm-hmm.
then from Red versus Blue, I got into
Everybody
Camp
watched Red
Camp.
versus Blue. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't actually
Everybody.
start playing video games until college, so yeah.
What? Oh my God. What
I
was like
I
what
on, I only really played with my brother, and so I only played games that he played.
so what was the game that says, "Oh yeah, no, I'm a gamer now." Like which game cemented you into like gaming
The
culture?
Last of Us.
Oh, of
I
course. Yeah,
really
if you
like
play The Last of Us,
yeah.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Did you enjoy the live action?
I Oh my god, yeah, I really like I Season 2, I have questions about whether they're going.
Okay.
Last of Us 2 actually means a lot to me. I adored The Last of Us 2. It was gut wrenching. It hurt me. It made me cry. It made me angry. But I think it's a beautiful story. I think that it's super moving, and so I'm very precious with it. And I have a lot of
Devil May
questions on
Cry.
where
You
they're
play
going
Devil
with
May
season
Cry?
2. Oh, yeah, I'm obsessed with Devil May Cry. I forgot. Yes,
Oh, okay.
I will
Which of the main
say
characters? Which of the main characters are you obsessed with?
Nero.
Of course.
No,
Yeah.
Nero's voiced by Johnny Bosch, and Johnny
Okay.
Bosch is my
Yeah.
bitch.
I was hoping you would say Dante, but and Nero's like usually, yeah.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
no, but
Okay.
it's Nero all the way.
The next question I have for you is you also recently like got a new like boost in following, and there seems to be a new set of fans who only want to watch your One Piece reviews and like your One Piece reaction. What got you into One Piece and why are you so addicted?
I have an addictive personality. That's why. No, I honestly, what happened is I saw this one edit, and I think I have it saved, but I haven't rewatched that edit since I started my One
Yeah.
Piece journey, just because I wanted to see it later and understand everything that was
Yeah.
happening. But one of my it was something where it's like, um, one day he's gonna come here and you'll know who he is, and it's Travis Willingham talking as Ace, and it had just a really cool edit. It was like a 5 year Luffy and all these things going on, and I really needed to clean my house that day.
Okay.
I was like, and I have ADHD, and so I texted my friend Grim, and I was like, hey, you want to come over and watch some One Piece while I clean my house and like body double with me? And so he's like, yeah, sure. And he got super excited because I know he watches One Piece. And so we turned it on and put it in the background. And I was just going to make like little Snapchats to like my friends because they all watch One
Yeah.
Piece. And I was just going to make them videos of me reacting. And then I decided to post those videos to TikTok. And now there's this whole thing.
You said your friends all watch One Piece. How did they not get you into it before that? Like, what happened?
Because they know I if they tell me to watch something too much, I'm not gonna do it. So all they did was just tell me. Oh, they'd be like, oh, this is happening. And I was like, y'all are talking about something. And I want to know what it is. And they're like, it's One
Mhm.
Piece. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, well
She
just tell
said
me. And
no.
so she said
Is
no.
Harpoon one of
I
those friends?
Harpoon asked me once, hey, you should watch One Piece. And I said no. And then he said, okay, can I tell you about it? And I said, sure. And so Harpoon's the reason I knew about Ace, and he's the reason I knew about the Mary before it happened. But I also asked him to tell me. I was like, hey, what the fuck is up with this boat? What the fuck is up with this dude? And I made him tell me. So
You made him spoil it.
yeah, because I never thought I was gonna watch it, but I wanted to know the tea. I love it.
Ah.
I love it. I love it when my friends tell me about things that they're hyper fixated on. I'll be
Hmm.
like, I have no investment in sports whatsoever, but it's so fun to listen to the drama of sports. I will sit there and be like, so the boys are angry. And it's great.
Oh yeah. Now the World Cup is coming up. There's gonna be a lot of drama, so you have a lot of those coming your way. I don't know if you have any
Oh
like
yeah, no.
soccer fans, but yeah, nah. World Cup next year.
Yes,
I'm
I have.
excited for it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
hyper
with
fixate on that.
the current is big. We have big current fans.
Yeah. Okay.
Kansas City Current.
So you got into One Piece because you were trying to clean your room. What was your
Yep,
thoughts when
that's
you
it. It's
first
super simple.
what was your thoughts when you first started versus now?
Um, I thought I thought whenever everybody told me that like it was there's like tons of world building in One Piece, I thought it
Yeah.
was going to be similar to the level of Fairy Tale, and this isn't to say that
You watch
Fairy Tale
Fairy
isn't
Tale.
good.
Okay.
No,
Natsu,
I've watched
Lucy,
a
and all
little bit
them
of
or
I've
no?
watched a little
Ah.
bit of Fairy Tale. But I wasn't overly invested. I thought it was going to be like world building on the level of like Naruto, Fairy Tale, things like that. Stuff that like honestly are very good anime, but I just thought it was like fun, like
Yeah.
there is some like world building and relation, but I didn't realize like how like in depth One Piece was, and I was just like, it always goes deeper than I think it's going to go. It always got like
Yeah.
just like ups
Yeah.
the what am I trying to say? Um,
The scale maybe?
the scale, uh, the cost, I guess. Like everything
Okay.
seems a little bit more like they
Yeah,
made it.
no. The stakes.
Yeah.
Ups the
The
stakes.
stakes! That's
There
thank you.
we
I was like, what
go.
is the word? They raised the stakes just a little bit more than I think they're going to.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I would say when what made me so I started watching One Piece when I was a baby.
Oh,
I was
wow.
yeah, I've been watching One Piece since like 4 but the
I
thing is it
guess
was
I
never
should
like a watch
also
watch.
I guess I should also admit I started watching One Piece on 4Kids. So
That's not
I stopped
okay.
though.
Yes, so
Yeah.
quick backstory
So I've
about me.
been
I was
familiar with
born
it.
no, no, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, quick backstory. I was born and raised in West Africa. So,
Oh wow.
being over there, not a lot of medium reaches us. Like for
Mhm.
example, like Harry Potter came over here. We didn't get to see Harry Potter till like 3 years later. Like it would show up on TV, and even then, there wasn't like movie theaters. It would show up randomly on like free cable or whatever in like this third world country with these poor people who can sometimes afford cable. Yeah. So One Piece would be different because like with cartoon, I don't know if you noticed, but it's readily available nearly anywhere. Movies have copyrights and advertising and anything, but cartoons they just threw it back then. They just threw it at whatever country wanted it to watch it. That's why you have so many Dragon Ball fans in Mexico. They just threw at whatever
Yeah.
country you didn't have to be able to afford anything. So I would watch like Dragon Ball and One Piece all the time, but I never knew what I was seeing. I was just like, well, there's this little short kid who has a tail Dragon Ball, and then there's this guy who can stretch One Piece, and I never make it give it any big deal. And it wasn't until I came to the United States where I realized people actually like this. I thought this was a kid's thing. I watched it when I was a kid. I came here to learn English, and I found out that people actually enjoy this, and there's a whole cult and a whole culture behind it. So I was like, let me rewatch what I watched as a kid. And then I rewatched it, and I was like, I understand. Pirates are like a thing. And it was a huge phenomenon. So One
That's
Piece
really
now
cool.
it's probably my whole life now. Like it's all I
Wow.
do is like related to One Piece now. So it definitely helped me understand the United States more. It was like my own like transition for me. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. When did you come to America?
Probably around the time you did your first cosplay.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
2011. Yeah, that was when I entered the United States. I came here to learn English. Yes. Truth is Nakama. Am I officially a Nakama now? Is this an initiation?
I I think that's how it works. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
I've been told that once you cry over a ship, that's when you're Nakama.
Oh, oh, okay. I didn't cry over the ship. Wait. How far are you? I don't want to spoil anything. How far are you?
um. Oh my God, where am I? I just got to Whole Cake Island.
Okay, so what made me like okay? So there, you've already seen it, Sabo, the archipelago, where Kuma just like disappears everybody. That's what made me cry. I
Oh,
was like, did Luffy just lose his crewmates
oh,
and everything?
Sabaody.
Like, yeah. I
Oh,
was like, well, what happened to
yes.
everybody? Like, that's what made me cry. Because to me, I was like, well, it's just a ship.
Oh,
I'll be fine. It's just a ship. Like, it wasn't a big deal. It was
no.
Sabaody that, like, I was like, where is the ship?
Sabaody fucked me up.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah. I
god.
was like, oh, Luffy is alone. They only just met a few months ago. Because in the timeline, it's only a few months they just met. And then Luffy, like,
I
leaves
know,
them
it's
for 2
crazy.
years. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, Sabaody was the one that made me cry. But even till then, I was only a casual fan. I was never really into it fan. I became an into it fan when Gear Fort happened with Doflamingo. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm here. I'm here to stay now.
Oh. Ah, I hate Gear 4. I hate Gear 4.
We will talk
Oh.
about that. We will talk about that. So I was gonna ask you what you hate like what are the things you hate about One Piece. That's one of the questions. Now, the thing is, during Dressrosa, at the time when it was coming out weekly, it was the most painful time of everybody's lives. Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know, but Dressrosa started around 2014, 2015. Did not end until 2017, 2018. That's 4
Oh my
years of
god.
just weekly. And you want to know how long that is in real time? In real time, during the anime, Dressrosa was only 24 hours. So 4 years of my life was 24 hours in the show, and I was just
In
like,
one
I can't do
day.
this. I can't do this
Oh
anyway.
my
So
god.
Dressrosa was like, it was probably like the worst arc for a lot of people. But you said
Yeah.
you didn't like Gear Fourth. Why is that?
He's ugly. I just aesthetically, I hate it. I just aesthetically, I like Luffy fun and smiling, and he's scared. I don't like it when they make Luffy scary because in my mind, part of the charm of Luffy is just how much of a little goofball he is. And so him being a giant balloon man is fun and in character to me. I just didn't like the hockey everywhere. I thought that like hit the round of the eye where he looks like he's like angry. I don't like angry Luffy. I think he's like a fun like goofball of a man. And so I think it's fun when he like locks in, but like the way that like he looks just always angry and bounce man just made me sad.
You must not have liked Gear Second either, because Gear Second was
I
also pretty angry.
I loved Gear. Like, Gear, are you talking about Gear 2 where he turns into a pink, like, little,
Yeah,
like,
with like the
I love
angry
that.
face.
He's so cute. He's,
Okay, so it's specifically the Markins. It's specifically the hockey Markins, I guess.
yeah, I can't even explain. Like, he looks too serious to me in Gear 4. Whenever
What
I just,
about
in my mind, I
Snake
picture,
Man? Like the Snake Man version
I
of
haven't
Gear
got to
4.
Snake Man.
You're in Dressrosa. No, Whole
Snake
Cake.
Man
You said
doesn't
you're in
have
Whole
an
Cake.
Dressrosa.
No, it
I
happens in
just
Whole
got to
Cake.
Whole Cake.
Oh, you just. Oh, okay. Never mind. I
Mm-hmm.
thought you've been in Whole Cake for a while. Okay.
Nope.
Oh man. I was gonna ask you about like. Okay, so you know about the four emperors then.
Yes, yes.
What are your thoughts on the emperors?
Shanks, Kaido, Big Mom,
Uh huh.
and who's the fourth?
It's no longer
Fuck. Do we know
Whitebeard. It used to be Whitebeard.
who the fuck is the fourth? I don't think I know who the fourth is.
I used to be Whitebeard.
Spoilers. I've been told that. I was told that spoilers. I don't know who the fourth is. Okay.
Okay. I want to. I feel like I could have. No, I think they say it after the time skip. They say it after the time
Oh,
skip. I'm
they do.
pretty
Okay.
sure.
I
Yes.
don't know. Arkham. Uh,
You're gonna. It's
who
some.
is it?
You know.
It's not
Okay.
Buggy.
Why would Buggy ever be an emperor? Well, Buggy
I
of
know. I
all
was like, it's
people.
not. He's a warlord, isn't he?
Yeah, Buggy's well. I mean, I don't know if he's still a warlord because of what happened during Impel Down. Is he? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Okay, so I'll
Okay.
give you a
Yeah. Sorry.
hint. I don't. If you're going to take down a big emperor like Whitebeard, which he got taken down, shouldn't you like? It has to be somebody who took him down or somebody who proved they were better than him, who would be the next emperor. Do you
It
remember who
can't
took
be
down Whitebeard?
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard is the next emperor. Yeah, yeah. They tell you.
Ew!
What do you mean ew?
Ew!
What do you mean ew?
Gross!
They tell you he's in the.
Ah, he sucks.
Why do you hate
Oh my
Blackbeard so much?
god. he's such a whiny. He just shows up. He does nothing. He just shows up and screams a bunch, and then just runs away.
See,
And I'm just like, dude. Yeah, no.
yeah, no, that's everybody's reaction. Like, really, him? Um, Now that I'm caught up to the series, I'll be honest, it only makes sense that he was gonna be the next emperor. When you find out some
Yeah.
things about him, and you're like, no,
Okay.
absolutely, he he is an opportunist. He's always at the right place at the right time for some reason. Yeah, he sucks. He does have two insane devil fruits now. Yeah, you do know about that though, right? He has two devil fruits.
Um,
He
how do you get?
has
I,
he has the black shadow devil fruit, and then he has the one that white beam
that's
used to have.
so lame. Why does he? Why does he get to have two devil fruits
Why
of all
you just
people?
hating on people?
I have a lot of hatred in my heart. This is what I had to, whenever I react to videos, I actually have to cut down a lot because my immediate reaction to things that like my immediate reaction to things where I'm just like is to just like diss on it, which is
Mm.
so whenever I'm going through things like I actually have to cut down because I diss on Usopp and I diss on Sanji like every fucking episode. And so I cut a lot of that out of my reaction videos.
You heard her here. Her first reaction to everything is to diss on it. She dissed on you guys when you guys first followed her. I hope you know that. When you first interacted
It's
with
not,
her, she was
when
dissing.
I don't like something, my first reaction
Oh,
is
okay,
to
never
diss
mind.
on
Okay.
it.
Okay, I get it.
Yes,
You
yes, yes,
saved
yes.
yourself this time. Uh-huh. Okay, so
Yes. Like
favorite One Piece character that's not a Straw Hat member.
oh, Law, probably, yeah. No,
Of
Crocodile! Wait,
course.
I'm a fool! Crocodile!
Really?
It's Crocodile,
Really?
yes!
Croco
I'm
Boy.
obsessed with Crocodile, Buggy, Law. Those are mine. Those, I love them. I'm obsessed with them.
Okay.
High
Um
key,
just be expecting more crocodile love. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but be expecting more crocodile love. Yes. It's not gonna happen for like a good 50 more episodes, I'll tell you that. But be expecting more crocodile love. Yes. For
yes.
crocodile fans are eating, I'll tell you that much. They are eating quite a bit, yes. No, absolutely.
I
Everybody loves
adore
crocodile.
him.
Okay.
I also really
So
like Ivankov, and yes, Bon Clay, yes.
I
Hello.
mean, yeah, everybody enjoys Ivankov. Okay, so then favorite Straw Hat member.
Luffy.
Everybody
I'm
usually
so
says
lame.
Robin. Okay,
I
wow.
know. I love Luffy. Like I am obsessed with this man. I think
Luffy.
he's got
Why
such
Luffy?
good
Yeah.
spirit.
Usually people like Zoro
I
because he's all like macho and stuff. Like why Luffy?
I relate a lot to Luffy. Like there's how this all started. Me like really like imprinting on Luffy is the fact that I have high blood pressure, and so when Gear One happened or Gear Two happened, he was like you've heightened your blood pressure to the point of way beyond a normal human, and I called my friends and was like he's just like me for real, and but no,
It's a
the real
superpower
reason
for him.
yeah, it's a superpower for him. For me, I have to take medication.
Oh
Anyway,
Lord have mercy.
but he's very loud. He's a very loud, boisterous person. He like just kind of kidnaps all his friends.
Is that
And
what you
like
do?
drags. I do. I literally all of my friends are introverts. I adopted all of them. In fact, and like I've I just really relate to Luffy. I don't know. Haven't figured out how to harness it yet. It's true. Yeah. So I'm working on harnessing my blood pressure so that I can use it as a superpower. Thank you, Harpoon.
Okay, that's. I really feel bad that your friends just get kidnapped like that, man. I hope they, man. Oh my
I
god.
also just like his tenacity of life, of just like having a goal and striving after it. And I think that it's just like uh the way he inspires someone is people and like the people around him to like not never give up also just really inspires me. It's just like you're there's
You're
never a
gonna hate
point
me
where you
that you
can't
brought
turn
that
your
up.
life around.
Now that you mentioned the word goals, there are a few set of
Hmm.
questions that I also wanted to ask. These ones are going to
I'm
be
not sure
surprise
I
questions.
understand. Okay.
These are going to, okay. We're now entering the end of the year. It's about 2.5 weeks, if not just 1.5 week left. What is the
Hmm.
one thing you achieved this year that you're most proud of? Your goal that you achieved this year that you're most proud of?
Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of things that I'm really proud of.
Oh, you
I,
wow. Most people say there's
yeah,
not much.
no, I've actually been really like blessed in 2025.
Oh,
I've been able to like reconnect with friends. I've been able to really grow on TikTok. I feel like I also have been really building up myself and my confidence and trying to um not rely so much. I know this sounds crazy as I'm popping off right now. It's like I tried
yeah,
really not to like let the numbers of my TikTok, of my Instagram, of like the likes really affect my mental health. And that was like
yeah,
one reason why I'd stepped away from social media for so long is because I felt like, oh, if I don't get 1,000 views on a video, then I'm worthless. Like I'm not making good content. And so
yeah,
I've tried to redirect that where it's just like I make things for me, and if this brings me happiness, even if this doesn't reach the target, like reach an audience, the target audience was me. I found it funny, I found it silly, I found it impactful, and therefore it's a success. And I'm really proud of being able to turn that around and like make things. And then after I did that, I people started following me. It was crazy. It's just like once I stopped making things for other people, um, it really connected with people, I guess.
okay, then the other question I have for you in regards to that is,
Mhm.
what is something you wish you could have gotten done this year that you didn't? It doesn't have to be personal.
Oh, it's. I wish I had finished my Shadow the Hedgehog cosplay.
You were gonna do a Shadow the Hedgehog cosplay?
Oh, yes! I couldn't figure out the wig. I was so
Oh,
upset.
that's
I
the
was
hardest one for
so
everybody.
upset.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, yep.
Have you
Wigs are
like?
my weakness. Ugh.
I also had a bunch of, oh my gosh, you were like one of the, usually whenever I'm like packing up like questions to ask people, there isn't much, so I have to like dig into it. There was so many, like the first post I saw of yours, I was like, yeah, no, I have already so many questions. Okay, now one question I do have for you is, you need to start explaining some of the things that I saw some what's this all about?
Okay, so that was at NakaCon. I can't remember what year it is. I
Yeah.
think it was like 2022, 2023. And we were in the basement.
Uh-huh.
We were going to someone's room, and somehow we ended up like in like uh where they get towels for the pool, I think. I
Yeah.
want to say this is right. Anyways, we ended up in an area that was like the area for to get the towels was left open. And
Yeah.
so we were just shooting the shit, and I was just like, hold on. I went in, I snuck in the place that I was not supposed to be, and I moved around, and I like just perched myself there, and we call this my Grandma Nacogdoches voice, and I just started bartering pillows, and yeah.
Fair enough. Okay,
Grandma
now
Nacogdoches is a alter ego I got at a party one time, and it's just me when I got stuck in an old lady voice, and
is
that's
that a thing?
that's Grandma
Stuck in an old
Nacogdoches.
lady voice?
Come here, child, and you get stuck in accents, and then you can't get out. This is a normal universal experience. I'm sure everyone has been a part of. You get stuck in accents, you can't get out. This is so normal.
No,
So
no.
normal.
I,
Everyone's like this.
yeah, we are all like that, guys. Yes, guys, we are all like. Yes, absolutely. You know,
Spoiler, she's crazy. Listen. That's not even. You're a perfect game, Gan. Thanks, Gark. I appreciate. That's what I
two
appreciate
legs.
about you.
Who's two legs?
No.
I need to know. Now I gotta know. I gotta know.
So I had a pair of big baggy harem pants, and I reached them up to my shoulders, and I started prancing around chasing my friends as two legs. Um,
Why are you so like awful to your friends? Like you're terrorizing them
okay,
with
no,
this.
they loved it. They loved it. They enjoyed it. They love two legs. Tell them how much you love two legs.
Guys, blink twice if you're in danger. Jeez, man.
don't Don't you dare blink.
What?
Don't you blink.
Oh my gosh, man.
If I see you blinking.
You're pretty cool. Okay, so now in the world of cosplay, things get very anywhere where you have like a niche of people, things get very tumultuous in the point I've never used that word before out loud. Wow, that is so crazy. I
I
actually
like
said
it.
tumultuous.
I'm
That's
yeah.
so
That's a
things are very
$5 word right
tumultuous.
there.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So things get very inty and people like start fighting each other in terms of like what cosplay looks good and stuff like that. It gets to a point where you're not even allowed to cosplay certain characters. Some girls try to cosplay men and do like a gender bent version, and some people don't like it. There's even been controversies about like, let's say like a black creator is trying to cosplay a character that's not black. How do you
Oh
feel
my
about cosplayers
god.
cosplay? Yeah, right. I'm sure you've heard about. How do you feel about cosplayers cosplaying things they don't necessarily like look like in real life? Like black people cosplaying white people, or like women cosplaying men. Like, how do you feel about any of that stuff?
Well, like I said, my first cosplay was a man. So
Right,
actually,
right,
my first
right.
like couple of cosplays, you don't need to look or like. I'm such a proponent. Like I said, I'm really happy with the strengths with the leagues that I've gone and my own mental health. And one
Uh-huh.
of the things that has took me away from my cosplay was not looking like a character. Like I cosplay Inosuke, and I felt like I had gotten larger. I had put on weight, and even though he was a comfort character for me, I didn't want to cosplay him because I didn't want people to comment on my weight. And I eventually just was like, I'm going to like all my friends are going to be there. We're doing Demon Slayer. Like
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it because I don't want to be left out. And I still had fun. I still got to run around and be silly. So I'm such a huge proponent of like, don't wait until you're perfect to cosplay. You should just start cosplaying, and then the perfection comes after. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. It's like, because like nothing is ever going to be perfect. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it in the first place. So not that I think nothing should ever stop you from cosplaying. So nothing about yourself should ever stop you from trying to go after a goal in the first place. And I think it is so stupid to say because I don't look like a character I can't cosplay them. Not stupid, not they're not stupid. I think it's stupid to
Hmm.
tell someone that they can't do that. There's obviously some
Okay.
reasons like they're not comfortable cosplay, and that's fine. But I think everyone should be allowed to cosplay whoever they want. And I think that because people do that, I find whenever you don't look like a specific character, trying to become that character and try to embody them the way that you see them allows for so much more creativity. To allow like how like women trying to cosplay Inosuke. Obviously there's some issues there. You can't be running around shirtless. So it allows the creativity of women trying to
Fair
figure
enough.
out how would Inosuke look if he was a man or as a woman, and like reinterpreting that character, redesigning that character allows for more creativity. So I think it actually is better if you don't look one for one to a character because it allows you to be more creative and how you're going to depict that character. And that's I don't know. I always see things as a challenge, and I was like, if if I were to depict this character, how would they be? I don't like to do accurate cosplays. I like to do like my own twist on one.
I actually wanted to ask you about that. So, you mentioned that you don't have to be perfect to do a cosplay. There are several people out there. I used to be one of these people too, who say, "Well, I really like this character and I want to cosplay this character, but I look nothing like this character, or I just don't feel like I'm the right body type for this character." Like, what would you say motivates you, and like, what advice can you give to people who are in that space?
I if you're not comfortable, you're not gonna wear it. And I would
Okay.
say you have to be comfortable in your skin. You have to be comfortable in the cosplay. And that goes for like the shoes that you wear, how it fits you, things like that. And so that's why I was like, if you're wanting to cosplay a character that you don't necessarily look like, I would go for then how would you feel comfortable cosplaying that character and strive to do it that way because whatever makes you feel comfortable in your skin and makes you proud is going to bring you the most joy. So I've seen some people who do closet cosplays or they'll reimagine like the character as like, oh, what if they worked in like a flower shop and stuff like that.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, just reinterpret the character that in a way that makes you the most comfortable and brings you the most joy, and wear the right shoes.
Mhm.
The shoes are
I
so
didn't know that
important,
was
people.
important. Okay, I didn't know this.
Yes,
Okay, you
wear the right
mentioned that
shoes
in
as a
this.
person who doesn't wear.
You don't wear shoes? Guys, she doesn't wear shoes. Keep that
I
in
don't.
mind.
That's not what I meant, but also
Uh,
correct.
Fair enough. Okay, now, you mentioned that Inosuke was a comfort character for you. Do you want to like
Hmm.
talk about that? Like, other than the fact that you guys are both very extroverted and wild animals, like tell me
Yes.
more about him being a comfort character.
Loud, angry character who just wants to love people but doesn't know how to accept love. It hits so close to home. It smacks me in the face.
You were raised by animals too, yeah. Eh.
Uh, my mom would be very offended.
Okay.
No, my mom is a nice lady. She was a very proper woman. But yes, I had a brother and three
Mhm.
male cousins growing up. I was tackled constantly, so I would say I was raised by animals or
Ah.
raised with animals.
So now, do you tackle your friends as a revenge? Do you take it out on the world now?
I'll let them answer that.
Oh my gosh, man! I hope they.
What? Okay, when my friends met my mom said, "Victoria, you're in charge. No, or like, don't hit anybody." And she said it as a joke, and then all of my friends cheered. And she's like, "What do you do to these people?"
Oh my gosh, man! Are you guys okay in
When
the
I get
chat? Like,
when I get excited, I like will hit people like this, and all of my friends were at the time were very large, bulky men, and so it was easy to just and
battered wife syndrome is a what? Okay, is
they love
subjective.
me.
Oh.
They love me. I promise.
I mean, yeah, no, no, I definitely see a lot of the love, especially in the comments and whatnot. Um, uh, a lot of the people who watch me actually do watch you. They were the ones, because at first I was like, nah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to interview her, right? She's way too popular. She's never gonna like see this random small guy like. So I message her anyway. I was like, what? Really? Okay, sure. So I messaged you, and like an hour later, I got a response. I was like, whoa! Oh my god, she responded. So
Yeah,
you're a bit
absolutely.
of a celebrity to me.
I'm honestly not as big as people think I am, or like what the numbers show. I've just been doing this a long time.
I mean, you also mentioned that you don't care to look at. You also like try not to look at the numbers. What do you mean by that? Like
This
you've
is
been
true.
doing this for a while. What is the whole numbers thing for you?
The likes, the views, the
Mm-hmm.
followers, the things like that. It's how I used to like gauge success,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just not healthy, and especially with the algorithm always changing.
Oh,
With TikTok days away, every single day about to be banned for whatever reason. It's was
YouTube?
absolute.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I I literally honestly, TikTok getting banned is actually what I told myself I needed to start taking myself away from the numbers, because I was just like, I lost for 14 hours, I lost all of these followers, I lost all these likes, I lost a huge part of my life, and I was just like devastated. And I realized like how much losing some that thing like that like affected my mental health, and I was just like, well, that's silly. Like these numbers, these likes, these videos should not so directly affect like my view of myself that if you take it away, I don't feel like I am the person I am. So I really just tried to like detach myself away from social media, and just like embrace like who I was, and like without try to embrace myself without who I was without social media, I guess.
Have you? I'm sure you already have, but what is it like whenever you go outside and people recognize you?
I've never once been recognized.
That's not true. You're no.
I've
You're lying. That's
never
not
once.
true.
No, I get recognized by cosplayers, but that's because we're mutuals, and so things like that. But I've never had a single person come up and be like, "Hey, it's RageZombae." I never once been recognized, and like outside of that,
Me as a guy who like enjoys like seeing people in cosplay and their creativity, you were pretty recognizable. Like I saw your cosplay, I was like, oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, whenever I would see a
yeah,
different like the Emma Frost one really blew up, by the way. The Emma Frost one, whenever I saw
yeah,
that one, I was like, yeah, no, I know her. She's a girl who used to do the Ruby one. Yeah, of course.
yeah.
You're pretty. I feel like I would have recognized you if I saw you in real life doing an Emma Frost cosplay. I don't see why you
Mm-mm.
wouldn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Doing it
start
for the love of the
recognizing you.
game.
Ah.
I'm gonna start. I've lived with that motherfucker. I hope you do. I hope you
Ah,
recognize me.
wait, that's your roommate?
Yeah, that's my roommate. That's my old roommate.
Okay,
That's my old
Harpoon.
landlord. Hold on. Even before that, that's my old landlord.
Oh, okay. Harpoon, I got questions. What is an embarrassing like fact about her? I need to know an embarrassing fact about her. Does she like brush her teeth like 4 times a day instead of twice or however much? I need to know an embarrassing fact about her. Okay, that's your job. All right. Now,
I don't know
I
what
don't.
embarrassing fact he would say.
Oh, we're gonna come up with it. What is your favorite food?
Oh, I want to say steak immediately.
Ooh, oh yeah, you're
I
definitely a lot
love
like
a
Luffy. You're just
good
like
steak.
Luffy. How do
Oh
you
no!
like your steak?
Medium rare.
Yeah,
I
okay,
was,
like a normal person. Yeah, fair enough, fair
yep.
enough.
Rare to
Okay,
medium rare. I like it a little. I like it
yeah.
bleeding.
What is your favorite color?
I that is a trick question. It's green and red. I like two colors.
As the new landlord, she's gone barefoot, and you walk outside barefoot.
All the time. All the time. I have hobbit feet. The only one
Um,
I have is she broke the soap dish in the bathroom while posing for TikTok. How dare you! How
no, I want to
dare
know.
you!
Hold on. I want to know details
Also,
about
I
this.
wasn't posing for a TikTok. I fell and I broke it with my ass.
She got strong ass, guys. But hold on, I need to know details. Like, what happened?
Which one? The
Okay, let's do
shoes?
the barefoot one. First of all, for free? You're just showing people your feet? Like,
Okay, on the internet, absolutely not. But in real life, sure, why not?
guys, meet her in
uh,
real life.
no, we had gone through the Natural History Museum in New York, and I had been wearing these high-heeled combat boots for the past like 3 days.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of walking in New York, and while these shoes are
Yeah.
normally very comfortable, they had just started to wear down on me. And so by the time we were about to leave, my friend was like, "You doing okay, Victoria?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why are you asking that? I'm fine." And he'd be like, I was like walking like very slowly and
Oh.
pointedly, and he's like, "Uh-huh." And so as we're like walking back, we had to cut through Central Park, and I was just like, I can't do it anymore. And so I finally like yeeted up my shoes off, and I just started walking barefoot through Central Park. And I think it was like about a mile and a half or something like that to get back to our hotel. It was fine.
Oh, is this like a reoccurring thing? Like you just walk barefoot to places now?
I've been doing it since I was 6 years old. Like,
Why? Why are you the way you are? Like, why? why? Oh man, I
because
gotta check
shoes
in a
are an invention
reference.
of the devil.
Uh, now I need to know about a dish soap.
I was trying to do a TikTok, or I was trying to. I think I was actually trying to take a picture for a cosplay, and I was trying
So
to
it
get
was
a
for a
specific.
TikTok thing. Okay.
It was like a TikTok or a cosplay. I can't even remember the exact scenario, but the point is, I fell and I slipped and I broke the soap dish.
Wow. Okay. Do you have a habit of breaking things in the house? Harpoon, tell us, does
Yes,
she have a habit? Oh,
yes, yes,
man.
yes. I'm incredibly clumsy.
Okay, okay. Now, what was your favorite color? Is your favorite color?
Red and then green.
Those are very opposite color. Why red?
Yes, they are. Um, I just find myself very red coded. I would feel like do you know what like the red coded character is?
No.
Okay, there it's like it's a Tumblr trope. I don't know. I don't blame you for it. But basically, just
Tumblr. Oh my gosh.
I just find myself I like red. It's just very vibrant. It's vibrant. It's loud. It's angry. It just feels very me. And green is very natural and friendly and open. And I like green. Just whenever I'm calm, I feel green. Whenever I'm lively, I feel red.
So then my next favorite question for you is going to be what is your favorite thing that is red and what is your favorite thing that is green?
My favorite thing that is green is the forest. Just
Okay.
I grew up and we were surrounded by trees and stuff, and so I just very much associate like calm, quiet tranquility with like a forest setting, and then red is always fire.
Fire, yeah, fair enough. So like more
Yeah.
like a bright red, then that's the type of red you like.
Oh yeah, red.
Ah, okay, okay. Um, I guess so. If I had to pick a favorite color, I would say my favorite colors are red and white.
Okay. I would have said blue.
Red,
Most people's colors are for blue.
I actually don't like blue really much. The reason why
Me
red is
either. It's so overrated.
I agree. I'll 100% agree with that. I would say red is my favorite color because similar to what you said, except red just it's rage. It's just it's very feral. It's very wild, and it's I really I'm okay. I don't want to say this next part yet, but the reason why I like white is because white is sort of almost the opposite. It's very pure. It's almost ethereal esque. It's just you never see white unless it's something untainted, you know. And I love the idea of just because I've been through a lot in life, and I love meeting people who have not been through as much in life because it helps me see that life is not so dark, that there are really good things out there, and that's why I love the color white so much. My favorite thing that is red
Nice.
is blood. Just
Okay.
the dark red. It's always a weird thing to tell people, but like, how did I even like come to this conclusion? Okay, I realize it now. Okay, there was a phase in my life where I was into Vampire Diaries in the originals. I was
Hell
deeply
yeah.
into it.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that was a phase in my life, and then I was like, Klaus was my favorite character, and I saw Klaus like one day, he just got done like slaughtering people, and then there was like all like blood dripping all over him. And I was like, I want that in life. Like I was like, yes, yes. Ever since
That's
I saw it, I
great.
was like, but obviously I don't want to have to slaughter people. That would be a very horrible thing.
He's a
So I told my friend,
vampire.
I I really enjoyed the idea of it. So whenever like then I started watching thrillers like things like Scream 5, Scream 6, Scream 7, all of them. And then I'll see like these characters in Scream 6, there is a scene where one of the main characters, the girl, she stabs
Is
the
that the most
killer.
recent one that came out?
Yeah, the ones yeah, is the
Okay.
most recent.
Yes. 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 Yes.
She stabs the killer and she's drenched in blood. And that day I was like, I think I got a fetish now. Something about characters drenched in blood whenever I see them in
Oh
fiction.
no.
Like I don't know what it is. But no, I absolutely love just blood red is my favorite red. My favorite thing that is
Nice.
white is probably the clouds or people's eyes. I love like the eye of people. Just I love staring at people's eyes. They're really
Okay.
pretty and stuff. It tells you a lot about what they go through. What do you think about me now that you know these little small facts now?
That's great. No, I've definitely vibe with that. I was like red, absolutely. I get it. Like angry, wild, feral, yeah, absolutely. And then whites, that's awesome. I
What does he
appreciate
think
that.
about the opening scene in Blade? Let's just say I have fantasies about it. I don't want. We're not gonna talk about that. Yeah,
Oh
we're
my
not
God.
gonna. Yeah. So when I first messaged you, what was your first thought? Like, why is this random guy messaging me? Versus now that you're in the interview.
uh, I've been asked. People have asked to interview me before. I try to be open. I like to collaborate with other people. I like. I have a friend, Amber. She literally we met once for at a con, and she reached
Mm-hmm.
out and she's like, "Hey, so hey, do you want to come over and we work on cosplays?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So I typically if people reach out, I if my schedule allows, I'm like, there's very little things that I won't do, especially just like I saw that I checked out your page beforehand and I was like saw that you were interviewing like or reviewing like book talk and stuff like that and I was like okay sweet like it seemed like stuff that I enjoyed and we had similar interests so I was like why not.
In the boonies of Oklahoma. What interview was that?
I think that there was a I got drunk and I explained the plot of The Last of Us.
You explained the entire plot of The Last of Us. What?
If I think that's what he's referring to. That was
Ah,
fun.
probably. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Then the other question I have is how does it feel like this is probably more for Harpoon and Dumb, right? How does it feel
Mhm.
having a friend who is like this popular TikToker that everybody recognizes and stuff? Like she's really big online. How does it feel having an influencer friend? You know, like she can probably get you like free tickets anywhere just by saying, "Hey guys, look, I have this many followers." And
That's That's not me. That the person who can get you free tickets anywhere, that's Faith. We have a friend named
Really?
Trinity Garden
Okay.
Cosplay. She's in connected to fucking everything.
Okay.
She's just like absolutely like the sweetest person ever, and she's just very, very giving. Uh, thank you, Harpoon. I honestly, I think the most annoying thing to my friends is the fact that I'll be like, "Y'all want to do a TikTok?"
Oh my
It's like,
gosh.
"Hey, I need to borrow you for a cosplay." Like, so just constantly trying to get people to do cosplays. I try to not be obnoxious about it. I try very hard not to be obnoxious about it, but at the end of the day, I am an obnoxious person. So
Right, 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 right. Do you have a favorite show of all time?
uh I did before you asked me that question.
No. Oh, my bad.
Now
There's
I've
so many
never liked
questions
a
like
single
that.
show in my life. I've never
Uh,
liked a single show ever. I don't know what you're talking about.
there's so many like that. Trust me. You will see. There is a lot I have like that. Um,
Yeah.
while you're still thinking of that, what is one show in your opinion that you feel is underrated and a lot of people should check out?
Oh, Castlevania, and that's also the answer to my favorite show ever is Castlevania.
The Netflix one?
I Yes, I am
Okay.
obsessed with it. It is so good, and the most underrated one is Castlevania Nocturne because I am sick to death of
I
just
haven't
like
seen
I was like,
Nocturne.
oh my god, it's so good. Everyone says that. I'm like, it is disgustingly so good. I love Richter. I love Annette. I love
Okay.
they're just such good characters, and it's oh my god, what is ah Megan the Stallion just cosplayed the villain from the show, and she's fantastic. Oh my god,
Really?
it's such a
Okay.
good show. Yes,
Guess hot,
literally,
man.
and everyone's so hot. Everyone's so
Is that a
hot.
thing? For the this your top five shows and stuff like that, they usually have like extremely hot characters. Is that a consistent thing?
No, it's just
Okay.
a side effect.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yep.
I think my first ever cosplay. It wasn't. It was a Halloween. I don't consider Halloween cosplay. I think it's just like you have to dress up as something. It was Crocodile. My
Costume
first ever
cosplay
Halloween
is
costume
costume
was.
play.
I mean, yeah, yeah. But my first
Yeah.
ever costume play was Crocodile, and that was for Halloween. I did Crocodile, and yeah,
Nice.
I never like because he just seemed like the easiest to do. Just got to put a fake scar, put on an overcoat and whatever, and then like wave the hair back and stuff. It seemed pretty easy. So I didn't want to have to do a lot of work into it because like you said, wigs are like hard to do. You gotta like point, especially if the character has pointy hair and stuff. You gotta just they're. Do you ever plan on doing a Luffy cosplay? Now that I'm mentioning that, yeah. You said he's your
Yes,
favorite
I do.
character.
I do want to do a Luffy cosplay, but actually, the cosplay that I want to do first is actually crocodile cosplay. Um, so I have a list. I want to do Luffy. I want to do crocodile. I want to do Rosinante, um, Corazon.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I also at one point wanted to cosplay Ace. I don't know. I don't. Ace is probably on the back burner just because there's so many other cosplays I want to do.
Yeah. Just just to piss you off, I hope you do Gear Fort Luffy cosplay. I hope so. Yeah.
Oh no, no.
Why
If
not?
anything, I'd probably do Gear 5. If anything, I'd probably do Gear 5. I
I mean,
think Gear 5
I
is
didn't
fun.
want to spoil anything about Gear 5, but Gear 5 is one of my
I've seen
favorite class.
yeah, I've seen Gear 5. I've seen tons of I actually saw I think the how I got spoiled about Gear 5 is the cosplayer I follow cosplayed him. Uh and it was phenomenal. So I was like, "What?" I was like, she tagged it like Luffy and I was like, "Who the fuck? This is not Luffy."
Right.
And then little did I know. Little did
I think
I know.
it made me fall in love with Luffy more because before this he was always like red and then reddish black or like red catered, and then now he's like all white. And I'm like, yes, my two favorite colors in one character. Luffy is my favorite character in One Piece, other than Kaido and Shanks. Those are my three favorite: Kaido, Shanks, Luffy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I I think I
Hi.
think I think Shanks is overrated.
What? Okay, now we actually have a problem. Like, what do you mean overrated?
He's off screen, man. Everything he does that's cool is
Oh,
it
for
happens off
now.
screen.
For now.
Yeah.
Just wait. Just
He's
wait
and
for
everyone just
now.
tells me he's so cool, he's so strong, blah blah blah. I was like, I've not seen this man do shit. He's supposedly a great swordsman. I've not seen this man do shit. Hot take:
That's
Shanks is overrated.
Mihawk.
Off-screen
That's
man.
Mihawk. We've seen more from
I've
Shanks than
seen
we have
Mihawk
Mihawk.
fight. I've seen
No,
Mihawk
no,
lift a
you have
sword.
not seen
Yes,
Mihawk fight.
Marineford,
That was
Zoro.
not a fight.
I've seen
He
this man.
swung it like 2 times. I don't want to hear nothing.
That's more than Shanks. That's more than I've ever seen Shanks do.
For now, you see, this is the thing. It's more than Shanks for now. Wait, right
You
now
asked
where
me.
we
You
are.
asked. You asked me
Fair
though,
enough.
and that's
Fair
where
enough.
I
Fair enough.
am.
Once you get to Wano, and then the 2 arcs after Wano, it all people call it Shanks season. After Wano, it's all Shanks season, just back to back Shanks stuff.
Well,
So
right now
for
he's
now,
overrated, and he's off-screen man.
nah. Okay. What about
Off-screen
Kaido?
man.
How do you feel about Kaido?
Get him some fucking Xanax. Like, dude's trying to end the world because he's depressed.
Isn't that what most people? I feel like that's what most people do. But no, you will.
Okay, no,
There's so much I wanna
Doflamingo is
discuss
trying
about
to end the
Kaido.
world because he's a sociopath.
Doflamingo is my second favorite villain in One Piece. I just think Kaido is a better villain because I relate to him in a specific way. But Doflamingo is a victim of the system. He's just tired of being poor. He just wants to. He's like, guys, I used to have
Doflamingo,
money.
as a child, was like, why can't we own slaves? Because he never even saw the people as people. Like, where the
Yeah.
fuck did you come from? Even your
Hey,
dad
I
is
don't
like,
blame
this
him,
shit's
man.
bad. Where
I
the
don't
fuck
blame
did
him.
you come from?
If I ever,
Nah,
like, if I
dude's
grew
an
up in
actual
money,
sociopath.
no, if
As
I
a bitch
grew
who
up
grew up in money, no.
really, no.
Yeah.
If I grew up in money and then suddenly I became poor, I don't want to own
As a
slaves.
bitch who grew up in money and suddenly became poor, there's no excuse.
I want it
No
back.
fucking excuse.
I want
No.
it back. I want to be privileged
He's a fuck.
again.
He's so lame. He's so lame.
Nah, I absolutely love Doflamingo. That that versus
Ugh.
that Doflamingo takes. That is the worst Doflamingo take I've ever heard. Like anyone would want to be rich again, and the thing is, the rich people like rejected him for what he did. They're like, no, we don't want you. He's
Yes,
like,
they
why?
should.
Oh, what? Okay, yeah, guys. I
I hate
we are-
Doflamingo.
Huh?
He's so creepy. He's so creepy. I think you're supposed to hate villains. He's fun. He's an interesting villain. He's got that swagger. But like
Okay, fair. I mean,
his
yeah, I don't like
motivations
villains
are
that are
lame as
likable.
fuck.
Yeah, I prefer villains
Yeah.
that you hate more than you like. But yes, so the way Doflamingo is set up, okay, and then correct me if I'm wrong, if maybe I remember it wrong. So he grows up in Marichua. He's one of the celestial dragons. He gets rejected as a celestial dragon. The Don Quixote Doflamingo, Don Quixote
No,
family
he didn't.
gets rejected as
They don't get
celestial dragons
rejected.
because
The family
yeah,
leaves.
well, they try
They
to come
they
back,
choose to
and they
leave.
get he tried to come back and they get rejected. That's what I'm saying. Like he
Yeah.
offs his dad and then tries to come back saying, "Hey, we're not part of my dad. Whatever. My dad doesn't decide what comes for us." And then he got rejected. That's the part I'm referencing. So once he got rejected, he's like, "I am going to have my revenge on all of you guys. You guys are rejecting me for the same for somebody's decision that wasn't a part of me and I had no choice of. I want to be like you guys. I want to be a part of this world, and you guys are rejecting me. It's not like I was never a part of it. I was a part of it. And now he gets to do what the Celestial Dragons do, except as a pirate. He has taken over this little island. It's his own little paradise, and he wants to have revenge on the world that ostracized him. So he starts plotting with like Kaido and stuff, and like how to like take over the world and like build an army and everything. That's the whole point of Doflamingo, the heavenly
But the
demon.
point is, yeah, but no, but the thing is that he's bad. Like everything that he did, like the mirror of that is Corazon, who was also
Right.
rejected.
Right.
Yeah, and so you have the person who is like, Doflamingo is angry that he couldn't have the power to once again abuse that power. Like he wanted the power to abuse the power, not because he was wanting to do
Right.
anything good with it. He
Correct.
never wanted to see. He still sees everyone as lesser than himself, and therefore, it's like to me, there's no redemption there. There's nothing interesting about that to me because it's just like it's just he's just selfish when it ever comes down to it. And to me, that's like he's a fun character, he's an interesting character, but at the end of the day, he's just I'm not going to feel bad for him because all you are is selfish. Is he doesn't want the power of the celestial dragon to help himself, to help his family, he would
Yep.
leave Corazon and all his family in the fucking dirt. So I'm like,
Yep.
there's no
They're two sides of the
there's
same
no
coin.
sympathy for him. Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing. It's like absolutely, especially with their color scheme and how they their characters like
They're both always
go
smiling
back.
too and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, um, I find his character interesting, but I do not find him very likable or sympathetic.
I think he's my favorite of the two brothers.
Okay.
Cause here's the reason why.
Interesting. Interesting.
I feel like she's dissecting me. This is not therapy session, okay? Listen, all
I'm
right.
not dissecting, I'm judging.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why he's my favorite of the two characters, and you also see a similarity with Kaido is I I live in a world where I have been through the worst of the worst in life, and I
Mhm.
made specific decisions to become better.
Mhm.
Specific decisions to improve myself and improve the people around me. I want to make the world a better place with each content that I make. So because of this, I am able to see the other side. You know, because you've been stuck inside darkness so much, you're able to see light. And because I am trying my best to create light for other people, I'm able to understand
And you don't
what
like
is.
Corazon?
I like Corazon. I just like Doflamingo
But you don't
more
you but
because I
okay, so
relate to Doflamingo. I relate to Doflamingo in the sense that I used to be a horrible person, and now I am trying my best to do a good thing, just like Corazon
and you
does.
don't
But
relate to Corazon? Because
I know
Corazon
it's
it was a terrible
weird. It's
person. He was
weird.
a celestial dragon.
Right.
And he actively went against his family, saw what he was doing
Exactly.
was terrible. Corazon, not Doflamingo, Corazon went against his family and strove to make a better life for himself and then gave that life up to protect the
Correct.
future. Like that is so
Yep.
much more like in like lot of
Like,
like praiseworthy. And then to
but
also like but the thing about Doflamingo is like you're praising him for like turning his life around and making like getting his power back. But the point like to me of the story is that in order to gain power,
yeah,
you have to help people. You can't just leave the people behind because that's the main thing that that Luffy does is that he never forgets the people who have helped him, and so he's constantly trying to gain more power. That's what the king is to have the power and
yeah,
the freedom to do whatever you want. And but the thing is he's not leaving anyone in the dirt. He's constantly going from like country to country to country, and he is pulling everyone around him up with him. Doflamingo isn't doing that. Doflamingo was leaving everyone in the fucking dirt so that he could have the most power. And then when he realized he couldn't get that power back, he was going to break the entire system, not because it was bad or it was hurting people, but because he couldn't profit off that system anymore.
correct, correct. Um, you are right in the sense that in terms of like bar for bar, I relate. Like in terms of bar for, there's more similarities between me and Rosanate than there is with Doflamingo. The reason I like Doflamingo is because he is so opposite of me, and I appreciate the difference in us too. Now,
Okay.
what you've just mentioned is the reason. I'm not going to spoil anything, but what you've just mentioned is the reason why Luffy struggled against Kaido. You said something. I don't want to misquote you, but you said you have to try to help people and then become strong. It Luffy thought that same way, but he realizes that it's quite the opposite. You have to be strong in order to be able to help people, or else you are useless. And he gets shown very much how quickly useless he is in Whole Cake, and even more so in Wano. Without power, you are nothing in this world. And they teach him that very quickly. Power makes right. Doflamingo says there's zero Marineford. Justice is only established by the people who win. Power makes right and everything. Might makes right. And unfortunately, that's the sad reality of the world. And I want to help the people in my life. But I cannot do so unless I have money, and money is power. Power makes good. Unfortunately, it does, and you need power in life in order to like make a difference, or else you're just a folk tale. You're just another voice out there who says, "Do good, guys." No one listens to you unless you have attention or power. So yeah,
I think that's a very negative way of thinking. I think that a lot of people think
that's
that
what.
they're but no, a lot of people think that they have no power because of their financial state in life. But honestly, that can't be far
No,
from
no,
true
no, no.
because
That's
the
not.
only
No,
thing
yeah,
the Well, but the only thing that people are doing is like power, yes, makes might. It's easier. Money makes things easier,
Oh
but
yeah, for sure.
community is constantly. You don't need money to have community, and within community, you have power.
Oh yeah.
Within joining people and like creating, like what Luffy does is going around and like creating people that like constantly will cheer for him, that
Yeah.
will go to war for him, that will make an alliance with for him without him. Like that is a
Right.
sign of strength in itself. Is just being able to inspire all of these people to form their own community, to form their own strength. And so I think that is the thing that should be lauded of anything in the show, is to show that like yes, money makes things easier. Luffy's not fucking poor. Like we saw that in fucking
Oh no,
Water
Luffy
7. Like
got
they're
bank, bro.
constant, yeah, they're constantly collecting treasure. But
Yeah.
I don't think that, yes, money makes things easier. I would not
I
consider
meant that
that
in
to
real life,
be
not
the,
in yeah,
yeah.
not in a One Piece
Well,
world.
I'm talking about in real life as well. I would like money makes power, but also like it just makes everyday life easier, but it doesn't make like you more influential than if you were to, because that's the thing that I think is like you can have all the power in the world, but you're not going to make change. You can have all the money in the world, but you're not going to make change unless you do it. You have to find the effort and the path to go out and like achieve those goals, achieve what
Right.
you want. And again, money just makes things easier, but it's not going to stop you from achieving your goals if you go out and actually do them.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, determination is where it comes. What was there was something that Zeph says during Barati arc where grit is stronger than steel, as in the determination you have is going to take you further than whatever power or whatever money you have. Well, yeah, that makes sense. No, I 100% agree. Um, but it only takes you so far, and we learn that quickly because Luffy gets humbled. In the next two arcs you're about to read, he realizes that yo guys, maybe I'm not the main character anymore. Yeah, he gets very humbled very quickly. Even the villains ask him, "Are you sure you're the main character? Because like you're kind of like getting your ass beat right here." Yeah, it happens several times. It's the reason why Gear 5 had to be a thing. Gear 5 had to be introduced in the story because Luffy was not cutting it anymore. It wasn't working anymore. Yeah, like yo, we need something for Luffy. But no, again, that's why I love Kaido so much. He was a wake up call for people in the series. You will see, you will realize it. He becomes a wake. It just the world is because Marineford made us realize that yo, the world is really powerful. And then after Marineford, everybody kind of forgot about it. Like, okay, cool, Luffy hopefully should be up there. He just got Gear 4. We should be good, right? No, it's still a lot bigger. Those guys at Marineford, half of them were retired and they were still wrecking ship. So Luffy has a long way to go, and it's not even close. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's. I want to see you in a Yamato cosplay. That's what I was gonna say. If there was
Oh,
any, you don't know who that is yet. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I've seen. I know who Yamato is. I've seen
She's
pictures of him and stuff.
she's amazing. She's one of my she's my favorite character in probably if I had to pick
He
like all of One Piece. Well, okay,
he's a
okay.
man. The son
We
of
can no.
Odin
We
is a
can talk about
man.
that. We can talk about that. I have proof.
Okay.
We can talk about that. Um.
The
Uh.
son of
Uh.
Odin.
Okay. Okay. No. It's not Son of Odin. Son of Kaido.
Honestly,
Okay. So here's
pause. We're gonna
Son of Kaido.
let's not talk about it.
She is the son of Kaido. It's literally that's the name, son of Kaido. Odin, son of Kaido. Yeah. Kaido
I've not
says,
gotten
"This
that
is my
far. I
son."
don't.
Oh, 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 my bad.
Yamato introduces himself as son of Odin.
I keep forgetting you're in whole cake. I was like, how does she know Yamato and she doesn't know this? Right, 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 right. If I say details of why I say she, it'll spoil things. It'll spoil things. There's something that happens at the end of Wano that'll spoil it. So never mind. I don't. Oh, I can't spoil anything. Yeah. At the end of Wano, I won't say any spoilers, but Oda establishes some stuff because he saw that there was some confusion in the fan base. Yeah. At the end of Wano, he establishes some stuff and it's like, okay, cool. Oda's a she now. So yeah. Having to dodge. It's really hard dodging spoilers. Yes. But there's yes, but I can't say it without dodging spoilers. Do you know who Odin is?
No, I've not gotten. They've literally just introduced the concept
That's
of Odin.
wait. Oh yeah, they did, huh? Um, I cannot recall anything at the end that confirms that Yamato is okay. There is a SPS that came out, Vivrecard that came out at the end of Wano. That's not a okay. You can't hear me? Good. Good. You can't hear me, right? Okay. So for those in the comments, during Wano, we found out that Yamato wants to be can she read lips or something? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. During Wano, we found out that Yamato wants to be Odin because she looks up to Odin, and because that she wants to be a man just like the way Odin was a man. If Odin's favorite color is red, her favorite color is red. You know, she wants to be Odin in every form and fashion. And Kaido eventually respects this and says that this is my son and all that stuff. Cool. We hear about this because Luffy is like, wait, you're a girl though, and she's like, yes, but Odin was a man, and she says, yeah, I want to be a man because Odin is a man. Now we get more details about this later during the Vivre card because Oda has Vivre cards for several people. Ivankov, he has a Vivre card for Ivankov specifying what gender Ivankov is. I think it says neutral or whatever because Ivankov could be either male or female. We also have one for one of the retainers of Odin. Um, I forgot her name, but you know, the one that became trans. We have a Vivre card for that one saying female because she moved from male to female. And then we have one for Yamato saying she is female, not male, you know, moving from female to male. So she's not trans, she's just a cross-dresser in the sense. But yes, that Vivre card is out.
Okay.
Yes. I just had to explain to them the Vivre card that happened. You know what Vivre cards are. Yeah. Oda releases Vivre cards when there's some details about a character he can't flesh out in the story.
Oh, I actually okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Fever cards, like the cards in the like the paper in the
Yeah,
show.
no, yeah.
I didn't realize that.
He has a real life version of those. Yes, he releases them out like every few months or so. Yeah, because
Okay.
for example, like no one knows what Crocodile's favorite food is, right? Well, he puts that in a Vivre card. It's like, hey, this is the favorite food. I'm sure somebody out there is a Crocodile fan. Here you go. So there's a Vivre card for Ace. For those people who don't know who Ace is, like pirates were, you know, Ace of Spades and stuff like that. All that gets told in the Vivre card and stuff. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
yeah. So we got some Vivre card for Yamato that specified some things about her. And a lot of people hated Oda for it. You know, some people were threatening him, as fans tend to do. So, yeah. But I respect whatever author wants to do, he wants to do. Vivre card says, yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Lewis. Exactly. I just usually go by whatever the Vivre card says. If it says a character is this, then who am I to argue with the author? It's their character, not mine, you know, so. Yeah. But yeah, Oda has very specific. Ooh, another thing I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Some people don't like how Oda draws. You've watched several animes by now and several like mediums. Some people don't like how Oda draws women. How do you feel about how Oda draws women?
I knew going into it. What it was going. The thing is that I'm bisexual, so I typically will thirst after women just in such a, and I think that they are honestly so horrendously. I don't like them. I think that I like the fan art of them. I think the fan art and the artists do a great job of depicting them as actual normal humans. But in the show, there's nothing there for me. They're twigs.
I don't think there's much of a choice though. You're a pirate. You hardly get time to take a shower. I mean, now that it's sunny,
but that's not the point. Like that's not like you have like the men of the show get to have muscles, get to have like definition,
no,
get to have a fucking waist.
I thought you meant the clothing. I was referring to the clothing. Oh, we're talking about the figure. I mean, the figure makes sense. Yeah, I was referring to clothing choices.
The figure does not make sense to me. The figures, the clothing,
the figure makes sense why you don't like it.
Yeah, the clothing is a choice. Like I think that it's definitely the original designs for Nami and the original concepts were like so much better, and I would fist fight the editor that told Odin.
It was so much more unrealistic.
Unrealistic, my dude.
Coming from an anime
cyborg.
About I know.
Cyborg, and you said it's unrealistic for her to have a giant axe with a robot arm.
I know.
What really? Luffy's made of rubber.
They have the same exact mindset within the show. For example, again, this is another spoiler. Oh my gosh. Okay, I won't say anything, but there are Power Rangers do exist inside One Piece. not the regular Power Rangers that we know. There is a form of Power Rangers inside One Piece, and they get so excited. But there's specific people who are fans of these Power Rangers, and you're like, you guys are excited about Power Rangers in a show where you guys have superpowers. It's like, yeah, certain things don't make like Frankie having. You see this? It's gagged several times. Whenever Frankie makes these giant Megazord robots and stuff like that, you're like,
But how
wow,
are you saying that it's unrealistic to have
because even the
Nami?
characters in the show think it's unrealistic. It's like, whoa, Frankie's this giant cyborg. That's so cool. It's a Science is not a thing in One Piece until later on. It's not, yeah.
But it is because it is. Like it's not
It's
unrealistic
not
to the
common.
world
That's what
because
I
it
mean.
already exists.
It's
But
not
it doesn't
common.
have to be common. Neither is being a rubber boy. Neither
That's
is
why everybody's
wielding
shocked by
3
it.
swords. Neither is wielding 3 swords. Like, why would people? Why is it unrealistic that a female would be at like wield
Oh
a
no, it's not the
giant
fact that
axe and
she's a
have a thing?
female having a giant axe and a robot arm. It's just the fact that robots in general are not very common. There's something else that so
But
many spoilers.
neither is anyone on the crew. Neither is anyone on the crew.
That's why that yeah exactly. But the crew is not very realistic though. Even in
So
the
why
world of
would
One
you want?
Piece.
So why is it not cool for like? Why would it
Oh,
not
I
be
was just
interesting to
making a
have?
statement like, well,
Okay.
I don't. I think I do agree. It looks cooler. It looks cooler. I just was saying that it's not very realistic because of the way Nami grew up. You know, for her to have a robot arm, like where would
But
she
I would
be?
imagine she'd have a different like backstory.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Let's be honest, Toei anime exaggerates a lot of what Oda draws. Oh yeah, no, they definitely do. If you want to get like the real like character designs, you really gotta just look at it from the manga. Do you ever plan on reading the manga?
I do want to start reading it just so like whenever I catch up, I
So not
can
yet. Until you catch up, then you will.
I also just find myself it's easier for me to just like, oh, what chapter was this happening? Let me go back instead of rewatching 3 different episodes trying to figure out what quotes happened where. I can just open the book.
Yeah,
So that's my
yeah,
big thing is just like being able to like confirm like did this actually happen? Did this not happen? Instead of having to like sparse through a bunch of different episodes, I can just like pull a book out and figure it out that way. So I guess just for research purposes, I want the manga, but
yeah.
also yeah.
It has so much more details. Like I don't know. Dang, I don't know if anybody's told you this, but so for example, like Gaimon, you remember Gaimon, the guy who was stuck in the chest with like the green afro? It was a long time ago. Fair enough. Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
The guy with the buggy arc. Yeah.
Yes, right, him. Yeah, yeah, him. So several characters like that, you never hear from them again. But then Oda was like, whatever he can fit in the story, he'll put it in the cover as a little series, like little like gag stories or whatever. Like, hey, this is what they did during this year. This is what they did during this year. So he adds a lot more info in the book than they put in the anime, which I find very disappointing that they don't put that stuff in the anime. But there's a lot more. It's also vice versa. There's some things that are fleshed out in the anime that aren't in the books. So it's just you kind of have to do both if you want to get the whole One Piece story.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately,
No.
have you been introduced to agenda piece?
Ish. Ish. I don't know.
Do you? I was gonna ask. Do you have an agenda? Yes,
My
on One
my
Piece.
my. Oh my God. What was it? It was so funny. Hold on.
Yeah,
Oh. New agenda. Shanks.
I'm gonna hate you.
Oh, what was it? It was
Don't
so
you
funny.
dare do.
Harpoon. What did I text the group chat? It was like something real stupid.
Ah,
Ah. It was Shanks showed up late to Marineford because he didn't want to fight or some shit like that.
why
Oh,
would you say that?
it
That's
was
not.
because Shanks is off-screen man. He's off-screen man.
I mean, you're not wrong as in him being off-screen man, but that's not why he didn't show up. He could have ended the war. He could have ended the war
Where was he?
easily.
Where was he?
Is this a spoiler? You know where he was, right? Like they tell you.
He's fighting an emperor.
Yeah, one of like the
Yeah.
strongest emperor. He was fighting somebody stronger
Okay.
than Whitebeard.
I thought he could show up in the war.
If you're fighting somebody stronger than Whitebeard, and then you have to come and then stop Whitebeard from causing a war, like I feel like.
I feel if you're stronger than Whitebeard, you can get there on time.
But he's fighting. He is stronger than Whitebeard, just not stronger than whoever he was fighting. Whoever he was fighting was like kind of pretty capable.
Off-screen man. Off-screen man is
Yeah.
not also what is it? What potential man.
the greatest enemy, time management. I agree. Time management is a
Yes.
big thing in One Piece. Yeah, that's yeah, fair enough. Man, I'm screaming. Ah, I thought you would like Shanks. You like Crocodile. How do you
I
not
like
like
Shanks is
Shanks?
fine. He's fine. He's just I don't get the hype yet.
Really?
No.
Ah, have you? Oh, you.
Also, every single one of Luffy's like family or like guardians or just like
Yeah.
influences abandon him.
Do they? I mean, yeah. I was gonna say, do they
Yeah.
have a choice? They do have a choice, but it's kind of like the whole thing where they're like, hey, everybody's trying to chase their dreams. They're not gonna let this little kid be the reason they
I
don't
have
do that.
no
You know,
respect for people
I don't
who
either.
have
I don't.
children.
I hate
Yeah,
Garp.
and so it's
I
just
despise
but
Garp.
it's also I just don't have any respect. It's like, oh, you're gonna chase your own dreams. Well, okay, you were in charge of this child. Do something with it. Like even if
Take the
you're like
child with you.
not even take it seriously. Like make sure they have a stable upbringing. Give them to a family who love them. Like if you're not gonna be taking like you know what am I trying to say? Responsibility for this child. Give it to someone who throwing them to a bunch of fucking mountain bandits wasn't it, dog.
I mean, they did a good job.
Up until they got set on fire.
As mountain bandits typically do, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's hardly like the
You're gonna
hash
realize that
OSHA.
Whitebeard is the dedicated babysitter of One Piece. He had to
That sounds about
babysit
right.
Ace. He had to. There's a lot of characters who you were like, wait a second. So all their dads happen to have left, and Whitebeard became the surrogate father for everybody. Yeah, Whitebeard is the dedicated babysitter. He's
Yeah.
a lot of the people on his crew are
Also,
similar to Ace.
Geico, I'm in Whole Cake Island right now. I've
I'm not
not
gonna answer
gotten.
that. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, he definitely played teacups with Marco. Oh yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
Wait, do you like Marco? I love Marco.
I haven't got to Marco. Harpoon and I were just joking because in my mind, I was like, a girl, a girl dad. To me, he has all the makings of like
Who?
the most stereotypical girl dad. Whitebeard,
He?
absolutely Whitebeard.
Oh no, 100% a girl dad. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah. And so
Yeah.
Harpoon and I were just going back and forth one day on Snapchat about like, oh, he 100% plays teacups, and Marco's there, and so we
No,
were
I
just
agree.
joking that Marco definitely
I
plays
think it's
teacups.
canon that he does actually. If Harpoon is caught up,
Yeah.
it might be canon that he does. I'm not gonna say anything to like spoil you, but if Harpoon is caught up, yes. Nah. Why? I love
Also,
Whitebeard for.
I'm probably gonna have to step away soon. My
No, you're
brother is
good. You're
calling
good.
me.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
but
Yeah, yeah, no problem. But yeah, do you have any final advice for people who are trying to get into One Piece or into cosplay in general? Who,
for
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
Like
Oh,
One Piece is long. Like you got into One Piece and you're in Whole Cake. You're more than halfway through the series. What advice do you have
well,
for people who are trying to get into it?
I say, however you get into One Piece is how you get into it, and how you get to the end is how you get into the end. Uh, I skipped 40 episodes just by because I've been watching One Piece on and off since I was like however old I was whenever Four Kids came out.
Yeah,
So I just to refresh myself on what was going on, I watched the live action,
yeah.
and then rather than start at the beginning, I just skipped to where the live action ended, jumped into the anime there,
That's
watched it
smart.
on
That's smart.
yeah,
Yeah.
watched it on one pace,
You did?
which cuts out
Wow.
yeah,
You're
and that
so
cut out a
lucky.
lot of filler.
Oh yeah.
And then after watching it on one pace, I realized that I wanted more time with the characters because I felt like it cut out a lot of like just like side gags with the characters that I really wanted to enjoy. So I switched around Marineford or Punk. It was like Marineford
You
Hazard
watch
areas when I.
Rosa regularly?
Mm-hmm.
Ew. That long ass. Oh my
Yep.
gosh. I.
But I would just say like however you need to popcorn to do it. If you need to switch from one pace to the live act to like the Netflix origin like the original anime to just like reading a manga because you're like oh I don't care about this and like read what's in the manga and then jump back into the anime.
Yeah.
However you get caught up is however you get caught up, and I think that there's no like puritanical way that you should be forcing yourself to like play a game or like uh, read the anime or read what whatever. Read the anime, watch the manga.
Thank you so much, Rage. You've been
Yeah.
a great phenomenon. You've been amazing, and you've probably
Yeah, thank
been
you
the
for having
one
me.
person who's made me laugh the most out of every interview. I truly do appreciate you, and I hope I can one day be welcome into the horde.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not exclusive.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful evening. And yeah, eat some dinner
Yes.
for sure. It's like really
Yeah,
late.
absolutely. All right. Thank you. You guys have a good one. Bye.
Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was RageZombae. One of like my biggest like anticipations. I've been trying to interview her for a while, and like I am honestly honored. She's like really cool. She's really amazing. She's really funny and really scary. I never thought I would see like two of those things at the same time, funny and scary. But yes, yeah. And I met some two new really cool people. There was Kazard, I think that's how you say it, Kazard. And then there was Harpoon, and then there was I think there was one other person too. I forgot your name. There was like HW, HLW. You guys were also amazing, but I love each and every one of you guys so much. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video and the stream. And Archimist, that's what it was, Archimist. Yes, Archimist. And yes, I hope you guys all have a beautiful evening. And remember, stay tuned, for we will find the One Piece. It will take some time, but we'll find it there eventually. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Stay classy.